Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
Physiotherapy and Rehabilitation Clinic is the first of its kind in the Gambia. We have inpatient service and outpatient services. Penmore admits patients and they have intensive rehabilitations. That means treatment 3 times a day for 5 days, from Mondays to Friday, and on Fridays they go to their families to spend time with them, to have family. Outpatients come on regular appointments, probably 2 or 3 times in a week for treatment. We treat patients with arthritis, with back pain, stroke patients, fractures or after fracture operation, paralysis of all types, and we do treat both young and old patients. Penmore Physiotherapy gives quality physiotherapy treatments to Gambians because we are qualified physios from different parts of the world.
Assalamu alaikum, viewers. This is Sharif Conte again on Gambian Talents TV. On your show, Know Your Aspiring Nam, that used to come your way, always here in Gambian Talents TV. It is a show that many people are interested to watch, a show that teaches, the electorates to know their candidates more, to know their candidates and their potentials, and also where they are from, because part of our responsibility, media, us the journalists, we are responsible for making sure that the electorates know the real one or the real candidate that deserve their votes. For that being a case, we created this platform for you, the Gambians there, to watch your candidates and know who deserve your vote. So today, I have Abdoulie Jallow of GDC, Gambia Democratic Congress, representing Kombo South Constituency. But before I go further, I'll just let Abdoulie to greet the viewers there, then we can proceed to the topic. Mr. Abdoulie.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good afternoon to all viewers of this GTV. And I am Abdoulie Jallow, a resident of Tangier, aspiring for the National Assembly under the GDC ticket. And I'm here today with my brother, Mr. Conte, and greetings in the first place.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallow. During your nomination, I came across many people saying, who was that person, Abdoulie Jallow? The person was somehow, or was very, very vocal, or also the way he talked also seems to be very, very courageous. So I said that was Abdoulie Jallow, but then do not mind, I'll have Abdoulie Jallow on my platform. And that way, you will know more about Abdoulie Jallow. First of all, like the way we used to do, the norm, what we will do is to let Abdoulie go through his biography first for us to know who Abdoulie Jallow is.
Abdoulie Jallow. I am born in Banjul, went to Mohammedan Primary School in Banjul, from there to the University High School. And after qualifying, I was lucky to be with the ITC, the International Tripartite Tolerance Center. First, I was there as a computer trainee for 3 months, after which I was then absorbed into the company. And I stayed there from 1986 to...
So that company was located in the Gambia?
It was located in the Gambia at Abuko at the time. But then maybe a couple of months later, we moved to Kesserin. Yeah. And from there, I was there as a computer operator up to the year 1988, middle 1988, where I left. I resigned and then left for Germany. For the fact that I was lucky to meet a guy who said he was going to apply a school for me, and exactly that is what he did. He just sent me the invitation, and I was lucky to move to Germany at the time, to the Julius University in Würzburg in the southern part of Germany. And there I stayed for 2 semesters, not knowing actually as I was traveling, I had to apply for a student's visa, but I applied for a visitor's visa. So after the expiry of that visa, I was then approached by the administration of the school that I had to leave because my visa had already expired. But they gave me only 2 alternatives. One was to come back to the Gambia and reapply for a student's visa, or to seek for humanitarian asylum, whereby I could stay in Germany and then possibly further my studies. And then I took the second option. I stayed and moved to Frankfurt at the time, where I met my cousins. After some time, I went to Cologne, where I settled actually. So after until 1992, I came back to this country here because I wanted to go to Canada as well to pursue my studies there, which was too late.
So by then your studies,
I had to take a break.
Yeah,
I had to take a break. After 2 semesters, I had to take a break. And then I came back to the Gambia in 1992, got married here, and then went back, to Germany. So I started again studying in 1994 when I had already settled.
Which area, basically?
That I studied I was in Cologne, but I started with network and telecommunication technique, and yes, and there I also had applied for a job in a metal firm. We are working out. It's a company working on car parts, car production company, where I worked actually for almost 23 years as the deputy manager of the dispatch and logistics, in Cologne. But parallel to these 2 years, to these 22 years I stayed in Cologne, I was lucky to work with the German Institute for Community Organizing for 8 good years, and which helped a lot actually. And I had a project with the Caritas for 3 good years as well, and we were working mostly on foreign policies, for helping those people, those youths who are coming from all over, not only from Gambia, but from all over the world, coming to Germany to try and fit them into the society, into the system, because most of them when they came, they don't know which way to go and where to go to, so we had to receive those people. We had our special homes where we rented for them, partly, and partly also they were using these asylum homes from the state, but we tried to fix these people into the system, find homes for them. For some who are definitely qualified, they go to school and then find jobs for them as well. So this was my own part playing to Gambians who came, as asylum seekers, But then in the year 2014, we decided with other African groups, because I had an association in Germany called the Gambia German Cultural Association. We were working with 52 different organizations there, from the Christian church, from the Muslim societies, and from other organizations as well. There are 52 in a group, and we gathered all in the Caritas, and we had this project, for 3 good years. And thereafter, I had, on the other hand, also the German Institute for Community Organizing, which comprises of 30 different associations as well. So, which means I was working at the same time with 30 different organizations, and then we decided, the African organizations that were in these groups, we decided to come out and form our own organization, so where we also managed to have a political party led by a Nigerian, and we finally made it in those elections in the year 2014 to the European Parliament, which was actually a very big gain. That was great. Yeah, which was very big gain for all of us. So where we could also post our problems. What we have.
So you have a position on that in that
I
party?
am a part of that organization, an organization committee. Yes, a part of that organization committee. And even without that, I was working a lot with the embassy, the Gambian embassy in Brussels, and with the General Council in Cologne, of the Gambia, because those people they worked for 45 good years with the Gambia, so we have working very closely, and almost even the External Affairs Minister Tangara, I met him twice on 3 occasions. In fact, there was a forum that they organized, in Cologne. I had to receive them, internationally. We had guests from the UK, from Sweden, they all came, with a group of ministers that came from the Gambia here to Cologne, and I organized it very well with the help of the General Council, whereby also we invited the ambassador. At the time, it was Mamour Diagne, and now we have Tenemba Jaite, at the Brussels, in Brussels, the embassy, the government embassy, yeah.
All right, great. This is not a small thing. Would you agree with me that it's a great experience, a very, very big one?
It is not only a great experience. I am saying this, I want to bring this experience that I gathered, especially with the community organizing that I was doing. I want to bring this to the Kombo South people. I want to show them what community organizing is. I want to show them that even they can survive without the help of the government. They are crying of a lot of problems, and they could solve their own problems without even the help of the government.
Yeah, we will come into that. Basically, we will come into that. So during the time you guys were forming a political party, up to a period where you guys succeeded in having a candidate, and then the candidate made it to the European Parliament, which was very great. Have you ever made an effort for you also to serve a position there?
Serve in the sense that we were together. This is something that happens every 4 years. And you are part of an organization. You don't have to be always in front. But for me, it was a success that I was part of something that made it to this level. And so I had no problem with it. Being either first or second position, but to be alone part of that organization was something a great achievement for me. And I think up to now, regardless of what happens, because I am still part of them, although I have come back now for good, I am still part of that organization. Whatever is happening, I am informed. In fact, in 2020, I went to Brussels, to the European Parliament, and attended a conference there on this. I don't know if you can remember these killings in Mali, where these Fullers who have been killed, and in Niger at the time. So they organized a conference there in Brussels, and I was invited. So up to now, there are special forums, or there are special organizations that they make. I'm still informed, and I'm still getting the invitations to go and attend. Especially from the Engagement Global, which is sponsoring a lot of all these activities, in Germany.
So that one too is a very big experience. Having to be part of those meetings, to attend European Union Parliament's meetings, is a great it's a great thing. I can say also. So now we come back to you with your intention to run under the ticket of Gambia Democratic Congress to make it to the National Assembly. What triggered that? We can go into that.
Well, what triggered is looking at Kombo South as it is very painful. Very, very, very painful to look at the situation of Kombo South today. I think everyone knows, it is not hidden, that Kombo South or the Gambia is having most of its resources from Kombo South. And it is such a blessed constituent that I think the Gambia can make something out of it, that Kombo South people should also get a back feed of what is going out. And if I am taking anything from you, I should be able to give back something to you. I am not saying I can force anybody to give anything back, but I think if they see my methods of working, what I want to implement in Kombo South, I think they themselves will come back to us and say, look, Kombo South, here is something for you, you can continue. Because what we need is development. We need is to change, even to transform the agriculture that we are having in Kombo South today. It is painful. You see the women that are going there, they are, after their harvest, most of their goods are spoiled at the market. They have no storage facilities at all. That is one thing. And I think there should also be a workable system whereby directly after finishing your products, somebody should be in the position to come and buy all that you have there, without you even going to the marketplace. A form of an how do you call it, an industry, whereby you will be collecting all vegetables from all people that have farming. You get everything to you, and then you can be selling, as a company or as whatever, but not allowing this old women. I would say this is very crazy, because our society is turned upside down. Our society today is turned upside down. What used to happen before is no longer happening. Men used to be the breadwinners of the families. But today, if you look at it closely, it is the women that are feeding the families. Most families have been fed by women. I don't think if this is right. I have places in Tangier. I have plots of land in Tangier, but I have given it out to people to be putting in gardens there. I know what I am feeling if I look at these old women. Some of them are definitely very old and working in these plots. And it is just painful to see an old woman struggling to feed a family. It should be the other way around. So this is why I say, even if they have no chance, or if there is no one to help, at least the goods that they are harvesting, at least somebody should be able to come to them, pick everything from them, to make it easy for them, at least, to resell to other markets. All you need is just to find a market for them.
Just to make it short, you mean to have a market whereby the finished goods will directly go there, and then the women will not have to struggle in terms of working after doing that work on the farm or doing whatever the work it is. At the end of the day, they shouldn't suffer again in order to sell their products.
No,
is that not what you mean?
That is what I mean. That is what I mean. And I think this is workable, because the thing is, if you have the opportunity of getting stores in the marketplace, and even employing people in the marketplace, the only thing you need is to go and transport those goods and bring it to the marketplace. There are younger people who can be able to sell these goods. They will receive their monies there, and at the same time, you have employed people. You have created an industry, employing people, and they are selling for the people of Kombo South. And what I want is everything to come back to Kombo South. I had a project in mind when I was in Germany, and I spoke to the General Council about it, and also the Honorary Council of the Gambia in Bayan, Dr. Georg, and they all appreciated. They all wanted to help. They all want to see that this project succeeds. But time will tell. And I think I have met a lot of people in different countries. I was also in Sweden. I had the opportunity to meet the mayor of Sweden, Stockholm, and we had a lot of discussions. And these are things that wake you up, and that puts your mind to something else. All we need is to change our way of living, to change the system. There are a lot of things that we can get today, and a lot can be saved, within ourselves. Because when I first came, I was not even at the time into politics, but I went to the primary school. That was my first day. My first week of coming back, I went to the primary school in my area. And I asked, how many students are here? They told me 1,700 students. But they have only up to grade 6 or grade 7, whatever. It's not going beyond that.
The senior school is not there.
There's no senior school. So which means after this grade 6, you have to start struggling to give your child lunch, to give them transportation money, to go out of Tangier and then come back. So which means if 1,700 students are leaving school every year, even these 1,700 students have to be catered for. So imagine, even if that is possible, each student would need at least $20 a day to go out and come back, minimum. So calculate that a day, a week, a month, a year. How much money is that? And this is coming out of pockets of Tangier people. Only Tangier. This is millions worth. But it is not coming from me. I have no kids here. My whole family is in Europe, I can say. But the thing is, this is other people, they are spending this money. And this can stay in Tangier. It is our economy. Those millions that are going away, I am saying they have been wasted.
All right. So we still focus on Kombo South constituency because this is a constituency that has a lot of resources that can benefit the entire Gambia at large,
Very
not
well.
only Kombo South
Very well.
constituency. So if you look at the areas like Sanyang, there are minings going
Sand
there,
mining, yeah.
sand mining.
Yeah.
Do you know whether those sand mining, at the end of the day, the constituency is also gaining something from it, or the ward that it is being taken from is also benefiting from that those sand?
I have not yet made a proper research on that perspective. All I know is people are saying that they are not gaining anything from it. And this is where I say this is very painful. I had been to the sites myself. I have seen it, you know. And it was a day when I went to the Tangier market. I walked almost a kilometer down the beach, you know, and I could count more than 1,500 fishing boats. And I am 100% sure that these boats, if anything would belong to Gambians, would be maybe only 5% of them. The rest.
Why do you think that?
Yeah, because I know Gambians are not going fishing. I just see when we have festivities like Korite or Tobaski, there is no fish at the market. So it means all Senegalese are going away. So the fishermen are going, so which means we don't have anything at the marketplace.
So currently, Chinese are fishing or not?
Chinese are fishing, Europeans are fishing, Senegalese are fishing. This is sad. I think government should have thought otherwise. Before leasing our land, our sea to Europeans, our sea to Chinese, our sea to Senegalese, why can't you take those students who have already qualified, coming from schools, and they have no jobs? Why can't you pick at least a good number of them, send them abroad for training, get your own fishing trolleys, and bring them to the Gambia, and use those people to go fishing for the Gambia, and you are selling for the Gambia, and this money is coming back to the Gambia. I mean, they are saying, I mean, if you imagine the European Union, I think they have leased this for 6 years with 41 vessels. And as the number I have in head is they are giving out for $500 million. But I mean, imagine, I don't know if this is per year. Even if it's per year, it is too little. If it's for 6 years, it is catastrophic. I mean, Gambians can do it themselves. Government should start thinking of employing Gambians. We have a lot of youths today who are suffering each day and each night. Our societies are disturbed and destroyed. And this is something we have to revive again to make sure we have create a good society within ourselves.
All right. So, Mr. Jallow, for instance, if you happen to be at the National Assembly, what would you advocate for with regards to the? I know the matter is at the court, but then we want to know this. If you happen to be at the National Assembly, are you going to advocate for the Chinese to continue and monitor them, or what are you going to do to totally remove them or something like that? I know directly you cannot remove them, but the efforts you are going to do, I mean.
I must be very honest with you. I am a Pan-Africanist. If you ask me my honest opinion, I would tell you I would never work with the Chinese.
Yes. Why?
For a simple reason. Those are people who come and destroy everything that you have and then go away. They are not doing anything for good. No. If anybody would expect the Chinese are coming here to help us, they are not. They are helping themselves. Look at their companies. Look at the manner and in which they are working with our people. The only people that they employ are laborers. Only laborers. So which means we can do the dirty job for them, and they can come overnight, do all their plannings and everything that they have to do, and during the day they can allow you laborers to do the rest of the job. That is number one. Two, they are going to destroy your society in a manner that, I mean, if I can remember a case where they had almost a full trolley of fish that have been rotten fish that is through on our riverbanks. And I know a lot of people had been complaining of this, but government never took a step. They never took a step. They are destroying our own climate.
Yeah, so you talk of Chinese. I came across a publication from gunjuronline.com. They cited a publication where it was stated there that a Chinese worker that was based in China, but also used to work with African countries. The publication states from 60% to 87% of the African countries, Chinese succeeded in bribing them. Countries like Uganda and then Chad, bribing them in order to have access to resources and then take that one. I can corroborate that one. That is according to that publication. I saw that one. Are those kind of things? Those are the kind of things you are referring to?
That is what exactly I'm referring to. Under normal circumstances, even if there is a contract between you and the Chinese to fish in our sea, I think that fish could land in our banks in the first place. But what happens is they fish there out at sea, and other trawlers would come. They would just move everything over those trawlers and they would disappear. So in the Gambia here, you would never realize how much fish is going out of this country. Never. You would never see it. You don't even have the access to it because there is no control mechanism. So if I am fishing at sea and I have my fish there, I can just turn it over to another ship to take it away. What would you realize from that? You would never know how much fish is going away. Never in life. So, and these are things that should come. I mean, they should be paying taxes even for these things. I think there even we could say Kombo can benefit from it. As some of the Senegalese fisher boats are doing, I mean, when they come aboard, I will just, for every boat that is coming, they will give 1 pound of fish to the alcalos. I think this is, I don't know how to say this, but I mean, it is not correct.
Yeah.
You know,
all right. You are from Tanje.
Yeah.
Is there any road that is pending that is about to be constructed, but it is currently pending? Do you know any road?
There is no fixed road in Tanje. But as you just said at the beginning.
Because the reason why I raised this, I had the former councillor, the former councillor of I think Gunjur, something like Mamadou Bojang, who is currently contesting together with you, and then KK Bojang, currently who is there.
Yeah.
You have FM Koli, you have Malang Sanyang on the GDC. But then I have listened to to KK Barrow. He said there is a road that's supposed to be constructed from Tanje, Dalaba Road, something like that. But then the road, they've made efforts at the council level to have 2 million in order to do that one. But then Mamadou Bojang happened to left that one. That was the reason why that project is still pending, and Mamadou happened to leave that and then take a resignation in order to contest for this upcoming election. That according to KK Barrow, currently the one there right now. So that is why I was asking you whether you have known any role that is about to be constructed, but it is currently pending in Tanje.
I once confronted the alcalde of Tanje about the roads there and leading from the market to going to Madiana and the other one going to Lamsar. But what he told me was the project was already approved. But this is now almost 4 years as nothing has happened.
That is the road I am referring to. That is the road.
Lamsar and to Madiana is still pending.
So currently, you've mentioned a lot of problems at your constituency. What do you think, or what are the problems you think KK Barrow should have done? Yes, I can see you laughing.
This is difficult. You know, the thing is, I must be very honest with you. Personally, I don't talk about other people.
Yeah, but then these people have been voted.
Yes,
they have been put there by the people of Kombo South constituency. So basically, it's not a personal thing between you and KK Barrow.
Yeah.
But then it's your responsibility also to make sure you point out those issues.
Well, those issues, you have already mentioned a few of them. What I can say is, what am I going to do if elected? What am I going to do to solve those problems? But I mean, the problems had been existing, and up to now, they have not been fixed. So for whatever reason, I cannot know, because I never sat with KK Barrow or Bojang to discuss about it. You know, so I cannot tell actually why they didn't do it or why it went this way. But all I can say is, what can I do to make sure that we have those roads fixed? What are the possibilities that are there? You know, as a National Assembly member, I think if there was a project that was approved, I see no reason why it cannot be completed. You know, so I can only make a research again if elected, make a research, go back to those books and see why and where it pended, why it is still pending that these roads are not yet been fixed. I know I had information before that they're going to fix these roads, no, but up to now, nothing has happened.
All right, Mr. Abdoulie Jallow, just to remind your viewers that this is your platform, Know Your Aspiring Name. I am Sheriff Conte. Today, I have Abdoulie Jallow of GDC, who wants to represent Kombo South constituency at the National Assembly there. Just to let you know that we will be here for a few minutes more again. Do not go anywhere. This is Abdoulie Jallow. Now, Abdoulie, we proceed. Today, for instance, if after April 9 election, you happen to be at the National Assembly, what other private member bill will you come up with? A private member bill would you come up with?
Before coming up with anything, the first thing I plan to do is first to organize my community. That is, I would go to every village, every single village, and form a committee there. A committee maybe of 10 members, 12 members, even if 7 is okay. But from these 7 members, I would pick one and form an umbrella association, whereby I would be working with all these 36 villages that are present today in Kombo South. So these people will be able to tell me what are the priorities of those single villages, singling them out. I mean, I know a way in which we can work. I am also already prepared. I had already spoken to people in Germany, to associations, institutions in Germany, whereby they are just on standby to help in lobbying out projects. I am not saying this project or that project. I know if there's anything, these people are ready to work with me. And the people of Kombo South are going to see them themselves. That these people, I will send them an invitation, they will be here, and they would even hear from these people. And from there, we will start doing the things that we want to function in Kombo South, even without the support of the government in the first place. This is what I want. You know.
So, but then many people would say, you know, Gambia, when you talk about a leadership, people always refer to honesty. People always say honesty. The Gambians are saying their leaders are not honest. Can one say Abdoulie Jallow is just looking for a position? That was the reason why he's. That is the reason why he's contesting, because Abdoulie wasn't here for so long.
I think if I should resign from a kind of job that I had in Europe, and my colleagues, if they are looking at, if they're watching now, they could attest to that. I'm not saying I was the best paid in all Gambians in Germany, in Cologne, but I was amongst the best paid in that area. I don't think if it is all about money that I'm looking for, then I would never have joined in politics. No, not at all. And I would not even have left my family behind and come back here. No. I am seeing a destroyed community. I am telling you this because young boys not finishing school, young boys finishing school, not getting jobs, young boys and girls hanging out in the streets from day in, day out, just sitting at corners. I cannot put any blame on them, and I'm not blaming anybody. But, I mean, spending the whole day sitting only at one place, doing nothing, it is very disturbing. You know it or not, it is very disturbing. And I think there are certain projects that one could implement in Tanje or in Kombo South, whereby these people would be engaged in those special activities that they wouldn't even have time to sit and drink atay during the day, for most of them. No. And these projects are in place. There are a lot of things that happened before. I wouldn't like to say it because would be like I am against the government, and I am not that a person. What I can say is what I want to do and not others are doing. I don't talk about other people. It is not my style. No. So,
no, but then you are a politician,
yeah.
Mr. Jallow.
Yeah.
You are a politician. Basically, it's not like to personally attack people, but then the leaders to hold them accountable. You are a politician, remember?
I know.
So talking about issues they should do doesn't mean that you are talking about them personally. You are attacking them if you are not doing that.
Yeah, but the thing is, they had been voted by the people. I think it is the people themselves who are talking today. They are coming to me, they are telling me these people have not done this, they have not done that. They had promised this, they had promised that. No. But what I'm telling to the people is I am not promising anybody anything. And I will not tell a lie to anybody that I will do this, I will not, it will not happen. Whatever I tell you, it is already something that had been arranged and that had been fixed. Whereby the moment it starts, the moment it is there, the project will just get kick-started. I don't want making empty promises, and anyone who knows me in GDC knows me that way, whether you like me or you hate me. I am not that person who is just coming out to talk. In fact, when we can sit here for over 6 hours and you even hear my word. I'm not that type. But I don't make, I'm not promising things. I want people themselves to see what I am going to do. Then they would, within a few weeks or a few months, they would see exactly what I mean for Kombo South.
All right. So have you been doing something for them before?
Personally, not directly, but with my father, we organized a project whereby we had been sponsoring a lot of students, from with some people from Holland, we have been organizing because we play a part in the hotel industry, so everyone knows the Paradise Inn Lodge, and it's in Tangier, and we had a lot of people coming out there, and we've been making a lot of efforts, at least get some student sponsorships, and not even only that, personally, I'm sponsoring more than 20 students today in Tangier, plus my kids, they're already grown up. Even for them, the 27, the eldest one, is also sponsoring a lot of students here in Tangier, but because this is the area people know me very well, but we are doing a lot for the society. But they are not only saying everything that we are doing, you have to come out and say to the people, So, but
all right. Oh, we move on.
Yeah.
We are having a draft constitution that is just parked there. You are laughing. We are having a draft constitution that is just parked there. Gambia, or the Gambia government, spend a lot of million on that one.
116.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, as you can 160.
16, yeah.
So you
Yeah.
did you prefer us continue to have 1997 constitution, or you want us to take that draft constitution and then vote it in and then adopt it?
Well, I think every constitution can be adopted. Whether we remain, then it would have been preferably then remain with the 1997 constitution and adopt things that make changes, adopt things that we don't want to have there. But when you go in for something new and you want to have it, I think it should have been passed in the House. And if there is no perfect draft constitution. There is no perfect constitution. This could be adapted as years go by. No, there's nothing wrong in that. But I mean, if you are in a position of only looking at your own interests, you present something to people, this is what Gambians want to have, and you, as the president, you are saying, no, I don't want to have this. Because there are a few things that made him say, no, we cannot participate. No. And he knows why. No. But then, this is now up to Gambians. They are seeing the type of a government that we have. We still want to have them because we voted for them again. which is very sad. And we are already a lost nation, whether people like to hear that or not. The Gambia is already gone. We are in foreign hands.
When you say Gambia is already
we
gone,
are already in foreign hands. There are a lot of things that are happening today, that Gambians are not aware of. Let me just say, where is our oil today? We had been told that the Gambia, we had here 2 wells, that we are going to provide 1.2 billion barrels, as far as I can remember. But where are those barrels today? Do we know what is happening with those wells? You cannot tell me. Nobody else can tell me. And up till very lately, they are saying this process is going to continue, but then Gambia is going to have only 3% from that. I mean, can you imagine 3%?
So
that is only one.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, we spoke before of this, our sea. Everything is going into foreign hands. We have our river. We have been blessed with this river. This is somewhere we could have just irrigated the whole Gambia. The whole river Gambia could have been irrigated, and Gambians would have survived, even without buying rice from outside.
Yeah, because that boils down to the price of the commodities that have been just hiking in the country here. It's just a problem, the price of commodities. Yes, so in a sense, you are saying that we could have remained with the 1997 Constitution and then try to amend it, bit by bit.
Bit by bit.
Yeah. So now, viewers, just to remind you again, this is Abdoulie Jallow of GDC. I know we will now switch to the local language.
Okay.
Habna ne mba nekulo ndongo banyu. Mbokk yi ñu ngi leen a wax ni rek tey Abdoulie Jallow lañ fi am koo xamante ne mu ngi ñëw under the ticket of GDC moo nekk Gambia Democratic Congress moo ko nekk di sponsor pour mu dem si National Assembly bi represent ñoo xamante ne ñoo nekk foofu di Kombo South Constituency. lii nag seen programme la boo xamante ne ñun ñoo leen ko indil fii nii mu nekk nooyo aspiring naam because gis nañ ne ñun suñ responsibility la pour jàngal askan bi jàngal leen xamal leen kan moo nekk di right candidate kan moo nekk candidate boo xamante ne deserve na suñ karta suñ candidate si tamit war nañu xool gaay check leen seet seen potential ñu xool ndax gaay am nañ capacity bi pour dem si National Assembly bi represent ñu foofu so loolu moo tax nag ñu indil leen programme bii nii buñ ko starté indi nañ fi candidates yu bari nekk foofu noonu si Foni Kansala almame Jiba indi woon nañ ko fii indi nañ fii nii kii di King Koli Mamadou King Koli indi woon nañ ko fii jotoon nañoo interview tamit kii di from Sanementering constituency kii di Lamin Mane which was very interesting so tey am nañ fi Abdoulie fii so Abdoulie léegi lu ñoo def léegi ñu continuer xanaa yow nag amuloo benn intérêt si anti corruption bill bi amuloo si benn intérêt parce que dégguma nga wax affaire corruption
waaw anti corruption loolu I think even so set the principles and guidelines of our GDC constitution dafa am lu bëri loo xam ne dañ ko si tënk dañ ko si def and ñun dañ pare woon pour create a national recording system boo xamante ne in the first place dina war a stop yu bëri ñu digitize everything that we are using today so all our institutions nga xamante ne kenn du jógati seen yaa ngi dem pour faire in cash that is one so I think su loolu ñëwee in place there is no way
so dafa mel ni kon problème mu fa pour ñu am manualité si
dafa am because man mun naa fàttale ko ne am na kiñ jëloon ku pare woon pour def loolu ne système boo xam ne dina ko développe nga xamante ne ni kenn du mun naa tey jël anything loo xamante ne ni da ngaa jël xaalis in cash nga ne yaa ngi dem fay ko du amati so like okay ñu ngi try naa nit ki boo def loolu da nga wax dëgg there are special institutions fu mu ne nii like soo le passeport da ngaa dem nga fay si banque bi nga yóbbu sa receipt you don't go doo dem si immigration nga ne am leen lii lay fay xam nga boobu amatul foofu léegi des na si yoon nag léegi pour ndax gars yi dinañ gawal sa liggéey wala déedéet nga jël ekkati daa jox leen ko loolu sa diggante ñoom la loolu sa diggante ñoom la waaye loolu I don't call it corruption I mean sa diggante ñoom la waaye because système a nekk foofu su ñu nee ñaari fan la da nga am pour toog nga xam ñaari fan yooyu su ñu nee 1 week na nga bëgg ko am si benn bés whatever loo fa spend yow yaa ko def sa bopp waaw man fa naan foofu la ko wéer waaye nag anti corruption mun nañ koo fight in a very simple way through digitalization of our systems. We have to create a fixed system in this country.
So, amuloo dara opinion si loo xamante ne for instance ñu tuumal ne institution bi wala sangam nangam la sàcca wala lii te nit ñi gom nañ ne sàcca na dara ba pare nguur gi deful si dara wala nit ñi wala maanaam borom am continue still na di ñu saab yow amuloo si dara parce que laaluloo paat boobu
laan naa paat boobu li xew mooy dafa am loo xamante ne moo tax ma ne la at the initial stage la Gambians si ñoom ñoo buggaat foofu di président Adama Barrow gis nañ ni ñoo doxalee réew mi fii nii gis nañ the type of corruption bi nekk fii nii gis nañ the amount of drugs entering into this country te kenn waxu si dara danga dégg rek ne lii am na ba pare doo ñaar ñetti fan rek boobu talking of the country after that it's clear from the air doo ko déggati fenn dafa mel ni dañ téye ñi ñu takkale angwa this is serious how can you amount of how many tons of cocaine nga indi ko fii si biir dëgg bi fii nii after a few days couple of days kenn waxatu waxam te kenn ñemi ñëw wax ne in this world nga jëlee those amount of drugs from a country to a country nga ne nguur gi yëgu si dara wala nguur gi xamul si dara loolu fenn
so which means xam na si dara
from the president down to the last minister they all know about it and not only that we have our immigration we have our police law enforcement ñoom ñëpp xam nañ si dara ñoom ñëpp they know about these drugs they know where these drugs are going to because dañ ko jël si kon lu ñëw si container dañ ñëw ne gis nañu lii mu si container lu tax mënuñu jàpp borom ana container dafa ñëw rek India dañ ko jël si yónni ko noonu it is addressed to a specific person ku war a jël receive loolu ana kooku do you want to tell me that mënuñoo jàpp kooku mënut a am I cannot be here ma order a container war a ñëw suma loxo ba pare ñu ne li fa disappear it cannot be. Let us be frank to each other. Government, I blame the president for all these things. And I take him to be the number one.
The number one?
The number one.
But don't you think it's going to be very difficult for president to keep on controlling all these things?
So they feel that more hamna si dara bon.
Why buñ ko faraan tek dafa ne woon moom xamut mu ne waaye am na ñoo xamante ne ñu ngi si gannaawam waaye moom xamut so soo ko bëggee blame moom keena noonu mbaa loolu
déedéet moom moo ñu ko wër yëpp moom moo ñu ko wër yëpp
waaye nga ne moom moo nekk head
moom moo nekk di head because man suma lead an institution man maa war a nekk di head it's my sole responsibility of course am na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi si ron ñoo xamante ni ñoom ñoo war a doxal because that's the government the head the bodies and the workers noonu la government bi formé so the head si ko ñoom ñoo gën a xam li xew amul dara loo xam ne mu ngay jëw si biir dëkk bi fii nii and there are a lot of other secret dealings soo xamante ne this government is doing te ñi ñu ngi toog kenn xamu ko a lot of other secret dealings.
Like what?
I can name you one.
Yeah.
Dama nekk ko xamante ne even su dee dama génn fii ne ñu jàppama foofu yóbbu ma ñoom ñoo xam. I can name you one. There is an information that we received that this government is receiving 22 million euros every 24 days at sea, Sibena Island.
Sibir Gambia
bi fii. And this had been happening for quite a long time. For what?
So that you believe that source?
I believe it 100% because I'm not from Jogi.
So lolu mu ngi happen.
Lolu mu ngi happen ci biir dëkk bi fii nii. Ak li ma la wax ni yëpp mu ngi happen ci biir dëkk bi fii nii. Drugs yooyu yëpp mu ngi happen ci biir dëkk bi fii nii. Gis nañ ko I mean amul dara loo xamante ne mu ngi ñëw ci biir dëkk bi ne nga ne this president of Adama Barrow xamut ci dara loolu mënut a possible. Japan nañ fi drugs yooyu they have been transported to Senegal Japan nañ ko on the way ana loolu kan moo ko fi waxati te dañ ko jëlee Gambia fii lañ ko jëlee di ko dugal biir Senegal ndax dégg nañ ko si wax dara a lot of other things I'm not even talking of this Casamas thing.
Yes, we will just come to that. We will come to that. dañoo àgga foofu. So léegi yow I believe even though it's been a while nekkuloo si dëkk bi fii waaye léegi aduna bi benn la daal daanaka
It's
waaw benn la daal
on
daanaka
social media.
yow da nga dee follow issue Gambia suñ security sector bi da nga foog ne comme reforms yu gars yi waxoon ndax mu ngi am wala amul, or are you convinced with how our security officers are operating in this country?
Xam nga, I said it at my interview. All institutions in this country are dead. Amul benn institution boo xam ne mu ngi dunda. Amul benn institution boo xam ne is independent, working on its own. It is not. All institutions in this country today have been remote controlled. And remote control from above, from the top, from the president. It is not possible. It is not possible that I'm an institution like the police. Ñoo xamante ne ba léegi président bi moo leen di control their heads. Ne lii moo war a am si dëkk bi loolu mooy am. It is not correct. Nekkut du dëgg loolu du yoon. Ku nekk am nga sa liggéey, ma la jox liggéey lii nga war a def defal sa liggéey. Waaye du ma la jox liggéey ba pare nii nga ko war a defee while to know already what to do. The number of arrests you am si biir dëkk bi fii nii, police are intruding into things yoo xamante ne sax waruñu fee bokk. Waruloo wax ne demonstration bu war a am yow da nga war am pour seen police force lifin foofu nga war a tasaare nit ñi pour la they have the right to demonstrate. Peaceful demonstration is allowed all over the world. Why not in the Gambia? Who is the president to say no? Lu tax president bi ne peaceful demonstration war a am si biir dëkk bi fii nii dafa war a am dañ war a make sure ne rek ñu yónni foofu lifin su make sure ne amul benn ligne bu am. Why peaceful demonstration is allowed all over the world. For them si àdduna si dafa am. Waaye musuma gis fenn in Europe fu am peaceful demonstration. Xanaa guys started def di yaaxa the vandalize things. But police force do involve. Why for the moment even they know you are going to say something there after you directly. President bi yónni na si yow. He is worse than a dictator.
Who is worse than him?
The Adama Barrow. No, I mean, we should be factual. Dafa am loo xamante ne Gambia bi dafa war a romba foofu. We should be beyond the stage.
So, but there are people ñoo xamante ne ñu ngi wax ne President Adama Barrow government am bi is more democratic ever.
Do you call this democracy?
People are saying it.
Do you call this
People
democracy?
are saying it. So, you have been there in Germany. How would you measure the level of democracy in the Western world and then here?
Those people, dañ xamut lan mooy democracy.
Waaye nit ñi nga ne nit ñi xamuñ
Ñi wax
democracy.
ne ko Adama Barrow is democratic. Ku gis ni réew mi di doxee nga xam ne Adama Barrow is not democratic. I have experience what democracy is. Xam nga nekku ne lu na neex rek ngay wax man waruma toog te di saaga Adama Barrow. I don't have the rights.
Yeah, so.
Waruma toog di saaga nguur gi. I don't have the rights. No, waaye dafa am loo xamante ne buy xew war naa wan a taxaw ne lii mu ngi xew te du yoon waaye ñoom loolu lañ bëggut a dégg loolu lañ bëggut a gis.
Waaye lu nit ñi dee wax mooy soo seetee past government bi
waaw
ñu fa dee bari na waaw dañ laa arrest nga disappear sometimes kenn du la gis or sometimes soo lokiyee suñ la arresté dañ laa tocco rek bàyyi la waaye comme ñu ngi wax ne nguuri Adama Barrow bi nii pour gis nit ñi comme ñu arrest nit fekka comme mu disappear daal wax ne nguur bi moo ko jàppa loolu du dee am. So for that being a case no matter how President Adama Barrow's government is duñ ko compare te bari na ñu ko nekk di wax duñ ko compare ak nguuri Yaya Jammeh bi.
duñ ko mën a compare lu tax laaj ma lu tax
waaw lu tax
man su ma nekkee yow fii tey ma ne ma may seen njiit ngay sàcca di ma jox bu ñu ñi la bu la nit ñi tuumalee kan la ñëw téye su ma leen ne jàppale ne ma ñaaw ne jàppale si corruption bi moo tax Adama Barrow dafa egg si stage boo xam ne a point of no return la. He has done a lot of damages in this country yu bëri la fi yàq alal bu bëri la government bi ni yàq te ñëpp a ngi toog di ko seetaan alal bu bëri moo yàqu fii te ñëpp a ngi war a toog di ko seetaan ma jox la benn exemple of those people in Germany ñoo nga xamante ne ni tey there are over 5,000 youths ñoo xam ne ñu ngi nekk si waiting list bi and they must be returned back to this country. More than 5,000 they are still in the waiting list. And for those people already this government has received over 39 million euros for them. 39 million euros laaj la ñoom ñi jot a ñëwagum fii nii ñaata lañ leen jox seen xaalis te each one of them should receive 2,500 euros from them from the government waaye they are youths soo xamante ne $3,000 lañ leen di jox ana xaalis bi des And I can confirm to you, ne halis bobu dañ leen ko jox.
So, legi ñu move to Fonyi because xam naa ne nekkuloo the contest from Fonyi, but the issue of Fonyi is a national issue.
Yeah.
Fonyi is part of the Gambia. It's a national issue. Yow lan nga am si issue of Fonyi bi lan nga fa manam, what would you say there? Sit there. Yes, if you have to say something there.
I'm going wax na leen Gambia ñàkk na boppam. Ngay re.
Yow li nga wax ni lu rëy la di.
Did it?
Yow man ma toog ak yow fii nii maa ngi
Did it?
nga ne ma Gambia ñàkk na boppam.
Li xew mooy Adama Barrow dafa daw yaram. The president dafa daw yaram. And if such things mu ngi happen si sa biir dëkk ba ñoo war a tëj ay école ba man gis naa ti during my campaign trail I am seeing people from Fonyi ñoo xam ne ñu ngi daw si ñëw boor bii nii yow laaxu si boor bii nii I have seen it fii si cadre just maa ngi démba rek laa jógee Madina Jambo démba bakati démba rek laa jógee fii nii how do you call it Kajaba.
So yaa ngi tase ak
so maa ngi tase people are saying in their families di suma mbokk rek Fonyi ñaa jógee ñëw fii nii lu waral loolu why should those people be displaced because there is no security. I'm going to tell you there is no institution for Hamani because dañ nasaxal police bi dañ nasaxal suñ institutions yi amatuñ doole instead of empowering them ñun bi ñoo nekk xale soo gisee police da ngaa daw police man la nga ñëw doo taxaw ay léegi police man nga gis doo taxaw police a ñafa bo mbécc no this is serious no ana sanya fale what happened there no not even saying in Gunjur what happened ñu attack immigration officers. I mean, from outside, when you were a over a good year, we don't have a police station. That's Lulu Jamana. Nit nyara nyo put police station. And they are there for our own security. So it means that you need to some was for modern security. You can do anything you want. Man dem na simal biggest boys you get Thailand town, you like Kosimakal Fufu. Just like the community tomato. No, it is serious. So I mean security more amount because danjan nasahal buba haba they are not being empowered joxuñ doole joxuñ dar you know so if I mean a case or any problem at home the all police danjan mënuma ñëw amamutu ñëwal nga fay taxi ndana man kenn fi nekk wala amal moy bal so boy amul yow amul sa fetel bo gadde wala how can you solve any problem up there you know ñama ñëw do mëna def you cannot so motax man la we have a destroyed society which we should try to rescue. If not, this is going to be worse than this. You know, because attacks during the day, I mean, armed robbery, I mean, something low in the warrant ko ala Biography fini. Warrant ko muna safaral before mo opali. You know, because swing dom line.
So legi wa bala ñu fa aga. Legi yow so don advise president be the issue of Fonyi yow lan nga ko wax.
The first advice lima wara wax president bi moy na xam ne Gambia réew boppam la du jël Gambia bi dénk ko Sénégal ñooñu ji Macky Sall di daan si ko boppam bi and I tell you Gambia is being lobbied out by the French from the EU.
You are saying something that is very, very.
I even told this today because I met the French the diplomat here just a couple of months back. I told him the same thing. France said the French people they are destroying Africa, especially our sub-region here.
Sub-Saharan,
region, yes. No.
Yeah,
they are the ones, the very ones. You know, for Fekate, Jama Amut for Hamane France, they are present. You name it anywhere, any corner. No. So we are even Yala definitely we are not a French colony, under a French colony. But why should we be with France? Why are they lobbying for us? Why France? Because of Senegal, because of Macky Sall. Mota Manela ñun suñu réew mi dañ ko jël dénk ko Sénégal. So Adama Barrow mënut a def dara lu neexul Macky Sall bu doon mënoon na ko ni ko noonu problème bi du xew Fonyi mu jógee fii ne mu ngi dem midi formation ba pare campagne mais votal suma MPC. That makes no sense. Dafa am loo xamante ne si sa réew su toolu foofu rek da nga war a am pour taxaw pour make sure ne nga solve those problems.
So yow moom lan la war a def.
Mu stop the Senegalese from entering from the Gambia mu stop them completely. buñ bëggee fu la neexee ñu naaw si kaw ñoom ñoo xam waaye waruñoo ñëw through the Gambia through our borders they should not. In fact ñooñu sax ñoo fi war a tuuta nekk dañu war a dem. We don't need them. We don't need the Senegalese here. We don't need the economic forces here. They should go back. Enough is enough.
All right. Now, we come back to you.
Yeah.
Mr. Jallow, you know, you. Yow soo nekkee soo xasee ba win nga dem si assembly bi mbaa doo switch nga join president the party because ñu dee def loolu most of the time si campagne bi ñu bari wax nañ lu bari fii tey ñu ngi nii join nañ NPP te waxuloo fi loo xamante ne lu bees la daal loo wax fii gars yi waxoon nañ ko yëpp so Gambian yi dafa mel ni léegi trop saatuñ suñ politician yi so should one say you can switch after you have made it to the National Assembly?
ñi ma doon liggéeyal si GDC ñoo xam ne switch nañ already dem nañ to NPP ñoo xam ne tey ñu ngi liggéeyal Adama Barrow ñoo xam nañ ba dénoo mi Adama Barrow suma daala yi ma sonli sax mënu ko jënd parce que suma ko jaay much more myself. It is not the money. You cannot, I mean, dafa am loo xam ne mënuloo ko jënd mooy ngor nit ki your voice is your voice soo ko xasee ba wax benn la jeex and this is soo gisee ñi def loolu ñooñu dafa am lu ñu uti foofu Adama Barrow mënut maa jox man loo xamante ne amaguma ko mënu ko he doesn't have it loo xam ne moom alalam la waxuma la lim sàccade si nguur gi
waaye mu ne député yi daf leen day jox xaalis
waaw ñoom la ma jox xaalis man loolu mënut a suma problème
waaye xaalis neexuta lii de
but loolu la wax ni xaalis neexuta bañ li ma la wax mooy Adama Barrow amut man li ma am Adama Barrow mënu koo fay li ma yàlla dénk Adama mënu koo fay he doesn't have it xaalis boppam waxuma la alal nguur gi de because ñun boobu la ñoo joxe ñu Adama Barrow moom am fekk xaalis nguur gi la it's our own money from his own pockets he doesn't have it mënut ma jënd
mënul laa jënd
mënu ko
mënul laa jënd all right ñu remind leen ne still now Gambian Talents TV ngeen nekk di seetaan know your aspiring naam plateforme bii nii pour yéen la and also seen candidates yoo xamante ne ñoom ngeen de votal pour ñu dem si assembly bi represent leen plateforme bi is created especially for that one pour ngeen xam seen candidates yi ngeen jàng gaay xam leen xam fu gaay jógee da ngaa gis ne at the end of the day du nekk rëccu pour soo leen voté léegi Mr. Jallow let's go to the health sector
yeah.
Yow sa understanding yi Gambia suñ health sector bi naka nga ko describe suñ health sector bi
health sector is a separate institution for me comme li ma la wax ne there is no institution that is functioning it is a dead institution li ñoo def ñu ngi fento suñ boppam to be candid enough we are joking with ourselves if te tollu nañ si stage boo xamante ne ni every second or third woman kuy deliver dafa am pour dee because of what lack of instruments at the hospitals lack of equipments at the hospitals I mean we don't even have a correct ambulance a correct one.
The president is saying he distributed a lot of ambulance
go to those villages and ask them where are those ambulances ñoo xamante lañ waxoon ne am na ñoo xam ne man during the campagne dañ ne indi nañ fi caabi indi nañ fi ambulance waaye indi bàyyi fi caabi after sometime ñu jël ñu withdraw loolu yóbbu ko feneen taxawal ko
bàyyi fa caabi
déedéet after loolu dañoo jël ambulance bi ñu yóbbu ko feneen ne la indi nañ leen ambulance so you cannot buy only 2-3 ambulances si biir dëgg fii nii nga ne yow 20 nga jënd wala 30 nga jënd ku nekk nga promise ko su ko defee at the end of the day doo ñooñu dim na am seen ambulance ñoom nañ la wax fan yóbbu ambulance yooyu ñu confirmer la ko ne ñooñu tamit ñu wax ne ambulance bi bàyyi nañ ko fi te ambulance dafa am tur ambulance ne ko ne moto rek nga teg fa nit they should be life saving extension materials si biir ambulance bi ambulance soo ko ooyee ne ko ne driver yi rek ay ñëw it should be with an excursion of a doctor of medics ñoo xamante ñoom ñoo laa toppal si ñooy ànd si ak yow the moment you fekkal la foofu dañ am pour atteindre la to save your life because xamuloo ban façon accident la waaye doo jël nit ki mu ngee dunda balaa nga egga mu dee mun nga save that life before he goes before mu egga foofu man dima stay in Germany I was forced living and courses for 20 good years every second year dama dem pour refreshment course but I mean dafa am loo xamante dafa necessary at the state place of accident to the hospital. Non the ambulance you na eno nañ ko rebab mun nga ko dugal bo ci ene moto rek bu ñew. You don't need an ambulance. Mun nga jël taxi baga sani fa borom. You don't call that an ambulance. Ambulance dafa am lo xamne daf ko soxla ci biir. Ndax ambulance bu nekk dafa war am docteur bo xamne always dafa am pour escort ko. Even one or two. Ma am ni lo xamante dañ ko wara top. No sanitaire dañ ko wara top. ñom ñoy dimbale docteur. Why you don't just go and ku nekk rek mu lifi ne la ambulance la ñëw na enu leen ko yóbbu. Ni dafa daanu fi sax mën na fi ngeen ko écarté foofu la moo dee because you are breaking more or you are damaging even more. Te leen doo leen ko xam because man a layman in the street xama dara jànguma dara si on health on medical ligne ma ñoom na maa ngi save somebody mun naa koo écarté anyhow I don't know ne maa ngi rey kii wala maa ngi koo dimbale I don't. So lolu dafa wara nek lo xamantene dañ ko wara dugal ci système bi lu wara change fini dafa bari system like this fire service fini so amé tanje a problem fire service bi fi la mo wara joggé koto yo bala nga ego fa kër bi jeexna why do you need a fire service so ñew fofu sa da nga nek la ci ana fu ndox am fini because those are things do xamantene all should be put in place dañ ko wara def dañ wara dimbal suñ bopa government bi mu nga dugal xaliss fo xamne war ko fa dugal. Please, this president and this government, delluwaat back to the health system. Ñu dimbale nit ñi ndax ñu mëna rescue the people. It is not possible nit yi di dee ni comme ay wéñ ci biir lopitaan yi. Man dem na as a witness a benn incident ambulance mu indi nit. A so-called ambulance suma kanam fekk suma yaay mu ngi tëdd hospital in Banjul. Dañ ko indi ñu teg ko ci biti foofu. More than an hour nobody attended that individual. Te ambulance lañ wax. It is serious. An ambulance, so if you call an ambulance in Europe, that is the maximum time is 7 minutes. Within 5 minutes, you should be there. Maximum is 7 minutes. If they can't make it, you have a helicopter coming over you.
Wow,
I mean, you don't fix everything in one day, did it? Well, at least you take some steps, 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. But yow lu ñew rek nga ne yow lo xérade mo suppose at the end of the day nothing will work xana suñu joxe témèr kay nga jël ñaar fukk ja bay fa juroom ñetti fukk waye da nga jël juroom ñetti fukk bay fa ñaar fukk lolu mëna def and a single individual it doesn't work. We should help each other. I mean ñom xam nañu sen all their families dañ fi fajo dañ fi démé l'hôpital all of them either they take them to Dakar or abroad. Why the Gambians that are here they need help bobu. Dañ need system bobu dañ need ku leen dimbale dañ need at dimbal bobu dañ ko soxla no l'hôpital ni dañ wara standardize. It is not possible nga dem l'hôpital nga gisee docteur ñu la demal jënd garab.
Why on December 4th presidential election president bi promise na ne dafa am health insurance boo xamantene dafa make sure daal Gambia ni ko xamantene dem nga hospital rek feebar nga so ni de fofu garab amuloo ko you just have to go to maybe the clinics or the main pharmacies to show them your insurance and then they'll give you everything. So what do you have to
I mean xam nga loolu waxi naxaate la xam nga moo tax ma ne la Gambia si dañ war a eewu fu mu ne nii yow you are not recorded in a system kan moo laa jox a card let us be factual yow sax tu nekko si benn system benn computer system no central computer system. No, you are Gambian, you are this, you live here, you live there. This is how, this is your age. This is something that should be recorded. Bala nga ne jox na diw sangam card. Nakal insurance bi xam ne kii lañ ko jox. How is this insurance going to manage that?
So you are debunking that.
No, of course, yes. These are just empty talks.
They are just
empty talks.
Now, bokk na si promise yi tamit waxoon na ne nakal daat lii dafa su winee election dafa am ay millions yoo xamante ne daf ko spend si fishing sector bi ay gaal trainal ay ndaw yi te loolu dafa nekk loo xamante ne yow sa constituency bi am na si interest because sa constituency bi si coastal area bi la loolu tamit yow lan nga si mun a add
bu dee def na ko dina
sa constituency bi dina war a am dina njëriñu si loolu trop including all the government if loolu
bu dee def na ko dina si kontaan trop. If there is any way I can myself contribute, then I see contribute. Why didn't I see content torop? Why not lim wala njeka def moy? tubaab yi mu jël jox leen suñu géej gi sénégalais yi mu jël mu jox leen suñu géej gi na leen daaxa foofu daf ko war a secure for Gambians su defee loolu na si kontaan trop then it is our sea, it is our people that are working in the sea at sea. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Legi fu nekk nii time bi lu si des bareetul Legi we move on we move back or we take a few steps back to the agriculture in your constituency because society deka bi fu nekk nii dundin bi is getting very difficult. Ni ñaa ngi complain price yi commodities yi démba rek demoon nañ ci marché yi interview nit ñi waaye dégg nañ ci lu bari te dëkka soo buggee dëkka bi dem o dëkka soo buggee mu develop o mu dem three areas war nga faa focus mu nekk education bi agriculture bi ak health comme noo ko meesoon so yow yaa ngi wax aliaron yaa ngi wax ne area of agriculture comme am na yow lots of land yow yoo xamante ne yaa ngi ko bàyyee jigéen yi daal they are working there xanaa amuloo si benn plan from your own resources or from somewhere else pour nga expand loolu gis ne more of the people of your constituency ñu benefit foofu noonu because lekka bi moo nekk problème bi moo nekk the main problem tey suñ laa fay salary boo xamante ne yaa ngi let's say you are paid $3,000. Te Gambia fee ñu pay $3,000 sa bariwul. So yes, so $3,000 ñu fay la ko nga dem 1,500 nga jënd foofu bag of rice. Yeah, and sa family. Te xëy na bag of rice boobu noonu du la mun a saaf full month. You have to buy another one. Léegi yow sa pass bi nga use dem liggéey ñëw naka how would you work on that? So for that being a case, agriculture is an area boo xamante ne is very very important so yow ndax am nga right plans yoo xamante ne you will deal with agriculture up to an extent that it will benefit the people of your constituency but not only the people of your constituency but the Gambians at large. Yes.
Well, xam nga plans ñu ngi foofu so su ma la waxee ne we have plots of lands there are not that many. Why wherever I go to also ñoo xamante ne seen alkali yi dañ ma dee welcome dama leen dee wax leen ne pare naa pour liggéey ak ñoom ndax ñoom pare nañ pour liggéey ak man the thing is alkali bi warut a ñëw ne daf ma votal that's out of it I don't even ku la nekk ku la neex kooku nga votal waaye man what I want is development in the area what I want is to boost the economy in Kombo South of Kombo South people mun nañoo liggéey in the agricultural sector so many things you're happening but in the first place to transform the way in which we are I'm doing our way of how do you call it harvesting agriculture li xew mooy nu mechanise ko li xew mooy even if you look at seen vegetables most of it these chemicals dañuy jël the spray ko seen ko so man at the end of the day at the end market mu ñëw dugaat si seen biir kër yi soo jëlee tomate nga raxas ko ba mu set nga dogat ko soo ko lekkee you still have this taste of chemicals si tomate bi si boppam you still have this taste of chemicals si yeneen vegetables si salade bi danga ko dee am li ma wax mooy we should turn our agriculture organic ñu try pour ñu def loolu waaye soo demee bi Kombo South da ngaa gis ne not only di ñoo béy si suuf waaye even suñ mango seen sorance yi start nañ di am ay problème because leaves yi nga gis ne am na this white flies yoo xamante ne ñu ngi lekka leaves yi ñu ngi lekka fruits yi te loolu at the end of the day dafa cause a very 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 tragic living si the part of agriculture because soo toogee ba Kombo South seen war a yàqu seen sorance yi war a yàqu waxuma la leneen li nekk si suuf so waaye li ñoo mën a def mooy comme ni ma la ko waxee man I am prepared bu dee this alkalis am nañ any space boo xamante ne ni they can leave it for people for agriculture then there are possibilities of bringing projects here yoo xamante ne nañ ko mën a mechanize in such a way that each and every individual am na ñu ko start ba pare I mean this is not going to be something new but gis naa ko in so many areas ñu ngi fence a very big area and su ko defee ñu ñëw each and every individual loo mën a def rek nga dem nga dugg foofu nga def li nga def nga am foofu sa part because this is loo xamante ne ni GDC lu mu start la ba pare So which means even if I'm doing it, it's just going to be a continuation.
So GDC start on
the start on Amod Ben constituency Bohamatane GDC therefore for that at that time. Wow.
All right. Very interesting. That's very important. So the family your legi lo buga initiatal sa bopani lolu resource bobu, is it going to come from your own pocket or you're going to lobby it from somewhere else?
Even before I came back, I already lobbied such a project. It was not I was foreseeing the National Assembly. It was even not I have foreseen it to be even playing in part in the politics here in the Gambia. Because even when GDC approached me, it took me almost 6 months before I could say yes to them. You know,
oh, so
because I had other projects in mind, you know, than going to politics, you know, right? But when I went back, now I said no. Looking at the situation of Kombo South, something must be done. So I had to come back within a very short period, and I had to leave my job and resign and come and stay. You know, so I have taken it up, and I think with the help of the people, not me alone. Alone I can't do anything, but with their help, I think we can change a lot in Kombo South.
Yes. So we go back to the your contestants. You have work at FM colleague, a very young person there. You have KK Baro, you have Momodu Bojang, you have Malang Sanyang. Yes, they're all contesting for the same seat. Do you think you can you can win those people?
Well, the winning is in the hands of God and in the hands of the people. They have to see who they prefer. They have to choose their best candidate. This is not about parties, but it's about candidates. You know, I don't think if they should judge me as a GDC candidate or judge anybody as a UDP candidate, but to take the qualities of the candidates themselves, who they think can be the best or is the best amongst them, and to choose that one. No, but I am not afraid, and I don't think if I am going to lose. I don't think.
You don't think?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Now, what would you have for your final remarks? It's been a very interesting platform.
Yeah.
So, what is your final remark?
Well, my final remark is, in the first place, to thank my team, my campaign team, and to thank my president, Honorable Mama Kande, who is all the time giving me guidelines of what to do and how to do it, as well, helping me out. And also to the Kombo South people, it is high time that we create a new face in Kombo South. What I am going to bring is something very new. No one has ever applied it anywhere in this country. It is something very new, and I want them to just give me the opportunity to work with them and to see, even if for 2 years, 3 years, then they will see exactly the results of what I'm planning for them. This is all I can say to them. Let them also try not to sell their votes. I'm talking to all Kombo South people, all of them. Once you sell your vote, you are selling your own self, then you become a slave to anybody you have sent or sold your card to. You become a slave automatically because you have no more voice. So that individual can do anything with you, and you have nothing to complain. So all I'm asking is pleading to them not to sell their votes for whatever reason, for whatever amount. Let them not sell their votes. Let them go out and vote. That's the most important thing.
All right. Your party leader, Mama Kande, a very his resilience is very strong, I can say. We've seen how things went after the December 4th presidential election. Mama Kande came out, or let me say GDC came out, and then with Team SFL and then United Democratic Party to deny the result. At the end of the day, at the court, we end up seeing only United Democratic Party, not GDC. So, is that not shaking the integrity of the party?
I don't think, because for people who do not know why we went there with the UDP, when we went to meet Honorable Dabo, we had our reasons. In the first place, we all three parties denied the results
Together.
then we wanted to just have a press conference together, but at the time the old man was sick, Usainu Dabo, and this is why we went to his home to say we all are denying these results, and that was the end of it. GDC never said we were going to go to court, but we have our own we had our evidences, and we wanted to say we are saying no to the results because of this and this and that, so that everybody worldwide will know this is why GDC is saying no.
But you will not proceed with it.
We are not going to proceed to courts, no. No, I mean, we went together to say we are denying. This is why we are denying the results, and that's it.
So some people will describe it as, no, we are not agreeing. We are not agreeing.
Yes.
At the end of the day, when the fight is about to be then you
have to be very pragmatic in such situations, for the simple reason, because if GDC had said no and we are going to proceed to court, imagine what they did to the people of Usainu Dabo, to his supporters, coming with gas sprays and whatever. And this could have shaken the country, because we were at the time with the people of this APRC NATO Alliance. And if you should go out in the streets, is it worth it to lose even a single life for a result? It isn't. This is what Honorable Kanda was trying to avoid. We don't want to risk anybody's life. There were people who were already prepared for this, but we said, no, don't do it. It is not at our chance. It is still coming. I mean, UTP had been for 22 years there struggling. I mean, they never made it. Up to now, they didn't make it. So why should we just lose once? Even we know we had been cheated, and everybody knows we had been cheated, but it doesn't matter. Because no institution is independent, exactly the IEC, I can say, because they brought all these problems up. They knew what happened, and they never took steps. So we should not kill each other here. We want to maintain peace and stability in this country. This is why we are saying we are not going to do courts, or we are not going to protest or doing anything else. We want to show to the world we have said no, but we want to also make them know that these are the reasons that we have why we said no.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Abdoulie Jallow. Thank you very much. Bokay ñu ngi leen a wax ne seen programme bi la fu mu ne nii jeex na, comme Mr. Abdoulie def na final remark am bi ñu ngi leen a remind ne still now tomorrow we're going to have a candidate likely su dee dina am tamit dinañ leen ko wax ngeen dégga ko su ko defee ngeen follow ko parce que seen plateforme bi plateforme la boo xamante ne seen boss la fii ngeen dee xamee seen candidate si fii ngeen dee xamee seen candidate si seen potential yi ak seen background history daana seen biography bi fii ngeen ko dee xamee kon nag ñu ne la sant di leen gërëm di leen wax ne Gambian Talents TV ngeen nekkoon di seetaan man Sheriff Konte maa leen nekk di indil programme bi nii si jamono ji nii si suñ studio boo xamante ne moo nekk Westfield at the Red Cross building ñu ngi leen a sant di leen gërëm di leen wax ne thank you very much. You can join us next time.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
Gambian Talents Promotion.
Jaliba Mandinka.
Corona muna mutonya ledi. Nkal jalolu nada ganyine fadie. Animpana mwa million jama. Wale pengo ge kakolo bayi. Wangoro kan. Nde jaliba vele ninja lolu nada. Ninja lolu nada ganyine senenda.
Jali nene suso Mandinka.
Fankanta manjawia. Se fankanta yesi nyolu kanta. Minna fa fomu fankanto leti. Alungata.
Def ngaw wala.
Ngi doomu Adama vaccine nañ. Corona lu am la. Fagaro gen fajo ajalen ñu dem vaccine mu. Moy li ñuy
Lena Jola.
COVID-19.
Sora Jali Mandinka. French.
Soyons sérieux avec ces vaccins. Si on se donne la main, faut-il t'en gagner courant?
Mandinka.
Alingata. Me vaccino me batuka. Allah. Alingata. Wale bentangala. Na. Alingata. Me vaccino me batuka. Allah. Alingata. Wale bentangala.
Tata Dinding Mandinka.
Pengota nyinengari. Pengota wale yandandi. Kama koi kan.
Boba Dumo Fula.
Imi ime Yeto yemo Leki kingarija Nagor kuma debo ime Joni Undandai
Jakos Manjago.
Konora lija. Legi yange kabu kobula. Kutopu yaka jeji bingua. Yaka purpu kabu buru.
Aliou Badara Wolof.
Kuni anga warugal jili jarul tobi xaar vaccine ama jogal jeli ko waaw aral suñu réew.
Sambu Suso Mandinka.
Ani vaccinota ni mo be matantul mankana ali nganji jambe yata wule ben takala
Kambu Wolof.
vaccination bi ñëw na ci suñu réew ñun jëli ko war nañoo ku ko jëlul doo am visa ngir dugg ci benn réew ndax dañoo bañ corona tasaaroo.
Wolof.
kay len ñu jëli ko vaccine bi ñu doon xaar kay len ñu jëli ko mooy li ñuy aar kay len ñu jëli ko vaccine bi ñu doon xaar kay len ñu jëli ko mooy li ñuy aar
Papa Wolof.
moo ñuy aare waaw ko caaxaante doy caaxaan
Singate Sarahule.
Usuna buto COVID pengo haga kinye Usuna pengo ona pengo Je jangaro la way seren karnide
Barhama Wolof.
vaccine bi du gaañe te vaccine bi du lor kenn am na ñu ne dafay wàññi nit ñi waaye du dëgg de garab bi du lor
Ami Sose Wolof.
askan wi génn leen ñu pengu jee fagarlu moo gan fa jooyaay mooy li ñuy aar ci gaaji pengu waajaa
foro muso ngetelefo na foro muso ngetelefo mbadingol be yalong kanun telu be yalong signol be yalong aninja wolf for yalong ngetele kanu ala yalong ngetele kanu baby ngetele kanu ala yalong ngetele kanu babe gadiyata miye akuyata miye ngetele kanu ala yalong ngetele kanu wa hey, this your man himself Lixin Khan, the original frontline army. Right about now you are watching Gambian Talents TV.
It's Jill Life Music.
Yeah, vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. They all get vaccinated before it's too late. Vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. They all get vaccinated. No need to hesitate. No need to hesitate. Before it's too late. Can do love for se pour le faju. Why is garab banya faju kuchi denga haru. Suñ waref la pour ñu jog aru. Ndax ñu daan feebar bi li le mo raw fa kaaru. Get vaccinated pour nga aru from getting COVID. Ar sa boppu ak sa dëkkandoo ba kenn du sik. Jël ko mooy lu war suñ buggee end this pandemic. Everything they look normal. Bye bye to COVID.
I know some ngole no tatay coronavirus. But I know some bad kaira di coronavirus. Jichoji pengu aja, pengu berambe nora, jaknuti penora, we virus ay. E pengu way free, e fimoro, jichoji pengu aja, berambe nora.
Sasa man silong besa sotono movi mokoi besa sotono fankanta kurto mone buka farano foisi fantanka ye vaccine sonota kamodo lutanka besa sotono dara por condara de boyo dara maudo dara pai kunjoni Ndara bale ndara porto jo jaka Ndara marto ndara basudo Ime pengo den Dande ore men dande fai bebe jaka Gare pengo den Dande ore men dande fai bebe Yandi dande nene Dande baba
Vaccino nyinga Kura wanyima tumoye fonse vaccino nyinga Dunia beja kali telefonse vaccino nyinga Kelele fonse vaccino nyinga Nyikura njol buka balafa Abuka saramola komiko karafa Hanisika jatole jatamota jato Konkole kajatafa Bimola koldum kwa balafa Kana balang kumake sola ko balana Dunia beba soronding mo buka dung mo buka ta buka na
Vaccine binyuna tawal jeliko boko jelule lor nga nekkal aral say xarit ar say dëkkandoo dawal gaaw bala jeex waaw
dégg na magina ke Kenya soronda nga military angana mpate nga corona kata ya anakari idada khandi do dunasu ya awagambi kari ona corona ke ona kari aden yo nene vaccine den ko jelal manu men yo nene ko emen lady men yimbe men di mimbaki lo den niwen o nyaw bondo lady men yo vaccine den ndanyu kura ngokele no lacho nimange kelenti ndanyu kura ngobayinola ningani yolo mange kelenti bala fadel ngola bala hu balimbe bota fasakile ngola bala hu kanyu kura ngobay mbala fasa bakzino bengo dumbala jamali mansai jamali fa anikadi malani kura ngola jamali niye pengu itadi sonola malani kura ngola jamali kule ko kodi nyini rangolum malani kura ngola ngadendi ngola ko vaccine ota sadankani kura ngola fumne dara dohatul kune am sohla buga gis mu faju no hesitation dawal gel komasis bul ajo lembe aduna besun fit to talk but we can't stay home cause we gotta go to work get vaccinated to knock it out get a normal life back we can't walk it out sifuda dali onyao kasali pia ma vaccine wape jabali bone onyao alamona nali kodi ha porte pale ani wadi ha bedo ani fida vaccine nada koyareno bayna fonyeti o vaccine jol ko kalle yoreno edindi labi ko dum lon ko fewndo coronavirus no wodi onya wono fewndi rene ngore mo ko dum don wadi ko be yewti
yaga nen di ko joy legi am nafi yaga nen di ko har legi exina ne ñu def li ñu war febar bi je vaccine bi am na fi gën leen manak yow kii keley ñepp war na leen armak ñi ak ndaw ñi suñu yaay ak baay fagaru gën faju xam nga loolu ñi mu rey bari nañu mu jati amin
no white ñaan na ci boole gwer gi yaram ndax moo lay tax ba neexoo nit ci dematuñ business yi doxatuñ kenn kafatul dafa mel ni sax time bi léegi sax doxatul soo na noon feebar mooy sa noon why do vaccine bi cause vaccine bi mooy garab bi di saafara lii
Kura woy anala bori kura woy anala bori doctor ol fan le konkana sila woy talinga pengu doctor ol fan le konkana sila woy mobe pengu kura woy anala bori kura woy anala bori doctor ol fan le konkana sila woy alinga pengu doctor ol fan le konkana sila woy como be pengu covid alinga pengu covid como be pengu covid boy alinga pengu covid boy como be pengu
Brought to you by Gambian Talents Promotion.